right. All right, welcome to the podcast. I'm still Jamell Sanchez, and today I am here with two of my very best friends, Anna Stanley and Madison York. Say hello, YouTube.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome, guys, to the show. So we had a conversation. We were having a small conversation earlier about like dogs and zodiac signs.
We had like 5 different conversations within the 2 seconds of like starting to record this. It was really, it was great.
Joining.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was great.
So yeah, I want like a small fluffy dog because like I do not have a dog, as I've told you guys before.
Guys, we
I
should
would be
all get a
afraid to,
dog.
right, because it's that.
Dog.
I would be afraid to like fall on a really small dog. I just feel like. Scary.
Honestly, though, sometimes they're so small. Like if they're on the couch, I'm just I don't want to like crush them because I'm used to like bigger dogs. Like,
I want a giant dog. I don't know
like-
why.
I feel like a
Not
giant
yet,
dog would be
little
too much for
corgi.
Anna.
A giant dog would be too much for Anna. She would like.
It'd be the best. It'd be bigger
would be
than
She would be
I am.
trying to give it a walk. And she'll
People
just be
wouldn't
dragged.
People wouldn't mess with me, and it's great. They would see me walking down the street with the dog that's bigger than I am, and they think, wow. And I would call the dog a polar bear because it's a polar bear, you know? Oh my gosh. My friend has one. His name is Juno, and he's just a big fluffy dog, and I call him a polar bear, and it's great.
It's a lot of hair.
What? Does it
So
look
much.
like a polar bear though? Or is it this big?
Yeah, he's like a German Shepherd mix. And he's white. So he looks like a polar bear. And he's so sweet. He's called Gino. It's adorable. What would you name your dog?
Nalu.
If it was a
Like-
small one, I would probably name it. If it was like fast, I would probably name it Lightning McQueen or Stormy.
I literally have a
Aw.
list on my phone of dog names. I don't know why.
She's just mentally
I like dogs
prepared.
to where I
She's
can
so
give them the
prepared.
nickname Lulu. I love it. But I was thinking Nalu, and I want it to be a giant dog. It's such a sweet name, and I want a giant ass dog named Nalu that I can name Lulu.
That's adorable.
I know.
Oh, Lulu.
What do you miss most about going to actual school?
I think I miss the routine of like you go to class and you see your friends
Oh,
and then you go
yeah.
to another class. And like, you know, the social aspect of it.
I miss being social. Like I know school is so toxic. I mean, like not for me though, because but like I don't know. I miss being social and like having people around me constantly, and then just having a schedule. Cause like you know what I did today? I woke up, went to my first period or whatever period we had, second, and I went back to sleep. And then I did the same thing until 10 o'clock. And then I took a 2-hour nap afterwards, and I haven't done any schoolwork today. So
Same.
that's a problem.
Same here, because I remember second period, I heard you ask Ms. Williams, you're like, I can't see anything. I'm using my phone.
I didn't mean to be rude to her. Because at least I felt like I was being all rude. I was like, and then she got like mad when I told her that I couldn't use my computer right now because it was dead. And she was like, well, you need to start using your computer for class. And I was like, ma'am, my charger blew up. So
Too much electricity.
Dude,
Oh my
there was
God.
this dude on like one of my Google Meets this morning. He didn't know his mic was like he wasn't muted, and it was so awkward because the teacher, he wasn't talking or anything, so everybody just heard this kid's family just screaming in the background, and he was completely unfazed by it. He was just like, oh, okay, this is normal. And I'm just like, is no one gonna tell him that his mic's on and people can hear him? No one told him. The teacher just started talking.
My stepmom went on camera today. That was fun.
What?
She was, because we were downstairs and we had to eat, and so I was just chilling, just eating. I had my coffee. I was doing great, eating my turkey bacon, and she just walks on camera and looks at the camera. And I mean, half the people know her anyways, but it was interesting. No one noticed. I hope
That's
no one
the
noticed.
girl from Albertsons.
Yeah,
So many people know, like, I'll just talk about Maddie, and so many people know Maddie because of Sylvia and just her family there, and it's hilarious. They've like heard of her or they actually know her, and it's so funny.
Yeah, but they can never associate her with me at the same time. They're like, oh, I know Maddie, and then they're like, oh, I know Sylvia, and then they find out that like she's like my mom, and they're like, what? What?
Mind blown.
They're like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So I forgot, what are you guys' zodiac signs? I don't remember.
Okay. Here's mine. I'm a Leo, which I'm not proud of. I mean, Leos aren't bad, but they're kind of stuck up whores, and it's kind of rough. Anyways, my moon sign is a Cancer. My rising sign's an Aquarius, and then I think my Venus and Mercury are Virgos. I really want to be a Virgo. I don't know why, but I wish I was a Virgo.
Mine is a Gemini. That's the only one I know.
Me too, dude. I mean, so I don't know my real birthday or like the time I was born exactly. So I'm like guessing, right? But we're gonna say these are mine. My main one, or like my sun, is in Aries, and then my moon is either Libra or Scorpio. It's probably a Libra though, but I want it to be a Scorpio, but it's probably
There's
a Leo.
no way you're a Scorpio.
Or not a Leo, a Libra. And then my rising is a Cancer, which makes sense. And yeah.
The Cancer for your rising makes complete sense.
That makes a lot of sense because they're very caring.
Yeah, like
they can be very bubbly or emo when you meet them, and I'm like, yeah.
I think me being a rising Aquarius also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because you can be like a teacher, you know?
Oh, love that.
But like, you can be, because you'll be like, no, and then you'll just be like, here, and then you like teach them, you know? Yeah.
Right.
The only one I know so far from me is Gemini. I don't even know like the rising, the sun, the moon. I don't even know.
Well, do you know the time of your birth?
4:15 p.m.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how to tell people's rising things, but you can go do it on a website. That's what I did. Or Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Snapchat has it.
Snapchat got
Oh yeah, it does. You can like go and look at other people's thing too, and I think it is so cool to go look at those for like people you know, because I'll just compare it. I'll be like, this makes sense, or I did not know about this, and I don't know. It's fun to look at.
So, I'm a Leo, right? I am friends with so many Geminis. It's ridiculous.
me.
And no one likes Geminis.
It's
Sorry.
true.
No one likes Geminis.
All of a sudden, everyone just hates me out of nowhere.
They have a bad rap though. Like, yeah, they have a bad saying about them. But everyone does. I like a lot of Geminis, but I am surrounded by a lot of Geminis. Did you know Sarah's a Gemini?
Yeah, I did know.
That's my sister.
Anna's sister is Gemini.
Yeah, because me and her have the same birthday.
Oh yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah.
And then, like, I don't know. I'm friends with a lot of people that are Geminis, and it's kind of wild. And
Dang,
Virgos. I'm friends with a lot of Virgos.
I have a lot of Leos, Geminis, Cancers, and Sagittarius in my life. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Dude,
Apparently,
one of my
I do not get
managers
along with Capricorns. I don't know why.
with what?
Capricorns. They were born December,
I-
right?
December. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Jesus was a Capricorn? You would not get along with Jesus.
Well, I would not get along with Jesus.
Whoops. I don't get along with a lot of Virgos. Also, one of my managers, she is a Virgo, and I'm like, this makes sense. And she asked me one time what my zodiac sign was, and I felt like I was exposing myself. And then she's like, "Ooh, you don't act like that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I don't know what to say. And
You
like,
really don't act like an Aries.
I think I act like an Aries because Aries can be described as like a spark and like having high energy, but for like a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
think I'm
that
a
makes
lot
kind of
like
sense,
an Aries.
actually.
Oh, and they're very like impulsive and spontaneous, and I'm definitely like that. But yeah,
And hot-headed.
thank you.
You're welcome.
But
okay,
yeah,
I'm
I do
stuck
think
up,
I'm an Aries.
so.
I like being an Aries though. At first I was like, dang, that's weird. I don't want to be a ram. But then other times I'm like, wait, but like I kind of don't mind it, you know? But yeah.
I don't like that Leos are looked as like stuck up bitches. Because like it's true, but it hurts. I don't
Like, it's true, but it hurts.
It hurts.
Oh. Well, every zodiac sign has like something really horrible that everyone says about them. Like Scorpios are psychopaths, but they also have sexy brains. So you know, and like, can we swear?
Yeah.
Okay. Pisces are like mind fucks. And but they're also like really wise. I don't know. But like, or they can be seen as that, or like really like, I'm gonna give my whole heart to you and like give you love or whatever,
When
you know?
say mind fuck, do you mean like manipulative?
They're just a mind fuck. To understand them and everything, it's a mind fuck.
Oh.
I don't know how to describe that. But yeah. That's how I've heard that they're described. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, do you know your family's zodiac signs? Because I've seen this thing on TikTok where they like react like how your family reacts as their zodiac signs, and I think it's the funniest thing ever. Like, do you know your family's zodiac signs?
I don't know my family's.
I can. My mom was born in May.
So she's
she
probably
was born on Mother's Day. She was born in March. She's a Gemini. That makes sense. My dad was born in November, I think.
My mom was in August.
What day was your dad born, Maddie?
22nd.
22nd. He's on the cusp of being a Scorpio and a Sagittarius. He's technically a Scorpio, but
nope, he's a Scorpio.
There's
no way he's not a Scorpio.
My mom's an Aries like me because her birthday's on the 12th and mine's on the 6th. My grandma is also an Aries, which I just realized. My grandma's an Aries, and she is a day after mine. She's the 7th. And then my sister's is a Gemini, and then I don't know my dad's. Hold on. I'm looking up the dates because I'm like, wait, I don't remember which one this goes to. But yeah, my dad's a Pisces, which I'm kind of shocked. Very strange.
I don't know enough about Pisces to say anything, so.
Me neither. I just say what I've heard, man. I know some people I've talked to about this, and they can give you like a whole life story and like what every moon means and like how it impacts your life. And I'm like, I don't get this, but it sounds cool. You know?
I know. I'm not into that much either. I just know the basics of myself.
I don't know a whole lot. I just know about mine. That's it. I don't know much about others.
Yeah, because like, so your moon sign is what you're supposed to see as yourself, like internally, and like that makes sense that I would be a Cancer because I'm a sensitive ass bitch, and we all know this here. And then your rising is what people perceive you as. So like I'm perceived as an Aquarius, and is perceived as a
Cancer.
What do you perceive as? A Cancer.
Which I love because I love cancers. Yeah, I love cancers.
They're like an emotional train wreck, though. My sister's listening to screen music right now. It's kind of interesting.
No, wow.
Oh, she's a Cancer. So
they can be emo or they could be bubbly. That's like the basis of what I've heard for cancers, but I love it. Did you know Julia's a Cancer?
Julia's so bubbly.
Yeah, she can be emo or bubbly, which makes sense. And then Kira's a Leo. That's kind of cool. Ari is a Sagittarius, I think.
Yeah,
which is really cool. Also it makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like going over everybody's zodiac signs and being like, this makes sense or this doesn't make sense, but that's cool. You know?
It's so hippie.
what the
Wait, what?
I don't
What?
All I heard was
I think my sister's just like on crack.
Everyone's on crack.
That's true. It can be a fun time.
Y'all, Joe Biden is our next president of the United States officially. Dude, did you know that Trump wasn't even the one that ordered the National Guard? It was the vice president.
Yeah.
The vice president, who was still a fucking piece of shit, had to step up and fucking get the National Guard out because the president didn't want to do it.
Yeah, and the president and Rudy Giuliani were the ones who encouraged the violence because they're all like, Trump said, let's march to the Capitol and have them certify Trump as the winner. And then Rudy Giuliani says we will fight with violence because that popped up on Channel 7.
It's frustrating. Like, okay, I knew that this is going to happen. Like, everyone knew there was going to be chaos. I thought it would be as soon as Biden became the president-elect in the first place, but it wasn't. And they waited until yesterday. And it's insane. It pisses people off. It's like a direct threat to the fucking democracy. And the fact that the president didn't want to protect a government building, the country's capital, that is home of the democracy, was broken into. Also, talking about the lack of security, at least
honestly though,
the security's job,
the lack of organization or common sense in all of this is a little sounding a little crazy.
Like, if this doesn't open people's eyes to the reality of America, then I don't know what else will, because this is like an exact representation of why America is just fucked up.
Yeah. Period.
The cops might as well have just opened their fucking arms and gave them all a hug. Okay? Like, literally, they were just like, oh, you're here? Oh. And then talk about, like, someone was fucking shot.
Oh, yeah, that woman got shot and later died in the hospital.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And then 3 other people died because of medical emergencies, but they were there. So it still counts.
Yeah, someone fell off the balcony, too.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Who fell off the balcony? Why was he on the balcony?
People coming in and disrespecting all the stuff. Like, they'd break into people's offices and stole shit and then brag about stealing shit. That's not okay. And as the president of the United States, you do not do that. You don't encourage it. And I know he went on and was like, go home. We love you, but go home. That didn't happen. Also, I really wish I knew what his last few tweets were, because Ari
He
told
got
me
banned
that
from it.
he got
banned from Twitter.
from Twitter and Facebook.
Okay, Twitter was
which
the
is-
death of him though. Like he
Yeah.
did not help him. He did not help himself on Twitter. It was such a mess. He was not helping himself at all. He was digging his own grave. It was
Yeah.
sad
It
to
was-
watch. It was sad to watch.
And I was watching, I forgot what his name was. He was a senator of North Carolina, I believe. And he was just having an interview, and I was watching it. Okay, I was watching it on CNN. I never watched CNN, but it was the first one that I found, and I was like, okay. And I was not going to watch Fox News. I refused. So,
It is.
Dude, okay. On an English assignment that we had to do, you could rant about different things and like whether you agree or whether you don't agree. I wrote a whole ass paragraph on how Fox News is emotional and how they're very biased. And I ranted, man. I ranted. And it was kind of fun.
It didn't even show the riot on Fox News. I even checked. It didn't even show it.
Like that place is so
I didn't watch it.
It's worse
so,
than
like,
watching the
I don't
debate.
know.
It's insane.
They are very biased. And Tucker Carlson, is that his name? I can't stand him the most out of all of them. Just
Yeah,
because,
they're all arguing. It doesn't feel like a news
okay,
channel.
everyone here can agree CNN is also very biased.
Yes.
But the way Fox News specifically speaks out about certain topics it's just rude. Like, I've heard them say like things about like trans people that are just not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't stand any of them that watch it. I remembered that when I was watching the election and I was like, I want to see what Fox News is talking about. And they were just talking about how it was fucking rigged. And then like how well, obviously because CNN's more on the left, they were talking about Joe Biden winning. Fox News was just talking about Trump winning. So that was kind of interesting.
It's all kind of okay. I've definitely seen, especially on Trump's Twitter and also on Fox News, for both things, they've worded things where it's like, you didn't even have to mention his race. You didn't even have to mention this. Like, that's not important to the story. Why are you mentioning that? And it's, I don't know, it's a headache.
Yeah. He's, with the actions of the president yesterday, he's lost a lot more support with his Republican colleagues. At least that's what the senator said.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like he did a lot in the election, too. He lost a
because
lot of people.
what he did was literally a direct threat to the democracy. And everyone knows it. It's like the opposite of patriotism.
Mm-hmm.
It would just what the whole Republican Party is trying to stand for is patriotism, right? So it's kind of it's embarrassing, really, for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, Maddie, you said you have to get ready for work.
Yeah, I do.
All right, so we're gonna end it here.
We're all crackheads, man.
I know.
What did we start with? We started with like school and then zodiacs and then like politics.
Yeah.
That's
right.
crazy.
Yep.
Actually, we got dogs in there too.
Oh yeah, dogs.
That's true. You can't forget about the dogs. Dogs are pretty great.
Dogs.
We love
Awesome.
I think dogs are like my favorite animal. I've decided, like for a solid couple months, dogs are my favorite animal.
All right. So
Who doesn't like dogs?
So we're gonna end it here. Anna, Maddie, thank you for joining me on this podcast.
You're welcome.
No problem. This was fun.
Yeah.
It was
And
interesting.
if you guys are listening out there want to cop some of the merch I'm wearing right now, I will put the link in the description down below. Go cop the one I am wearing right now, which is the crossed era Jamell Sanchez ones. It is so pee. Oh my god. All right, well, thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time.